Hello, welcome back. All right, so round two, it is Dark Elves versus Argulon,
A Wood Elf faction.
a Wood Elf
That's what
faction.
our t-shirts say. Arguelon, colon, a Wood Elf faction, TM.
Perfect. All right, so I have decided to go with Crone Hellebron, a duelist lord, and although she's lightly armored, uh, she has an ability that lets her do damage to all nearby individuals while she's in combat. Um, she's on foot. And then following her, I have a Sorceress of Fire. You know, those pesky, pesky tree people. Don't like fire. Let's see. I got 2 swordsmen and 3 spearmen. And a single blackguard of Nagarond.
Mm-hmm. That the
Uh,
hand crossbow guy?
no, they're the halberdiers.
Oh, okay.
The elite anti-large. I got 4 dark shards. Their range isn't as good as a lot of other ranged units, but they have shields, so they can trade fire really well. I have the Knights of Heart. Let's see, where'd they go? Knights of the Ebon Claw. They're Dread Knights, uh, unit of renown, regiment of renown, and looking pretty good. They're Coldwind cavalry, but they don't have the rampage,
Hmm.
which is super helpful.
Using the old regiments of renown, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cheating.
That's how these factions are competitive.
Right. I don't know.
Uh,
Continue.
Alrighty.
I don't know anything.
And then lastly, I have the Slaanesh's Harvesters, which are Doomfire Warlocks. They're mounted spellcasters. They carry 3 spells with them, I believe.
Oh.
They're light cav. They do poison and magic damage. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What about you, Nathan?
Well, I chose not to take any regiments of renown because they were purple, and purple things are inherently untrustworthy. I spent every dollar, and I was thinking to myself, what do dark elves do? Well, they've got 2 things. They've got little tiny arrows from hand crossbows, and they've got big hydras. That was my thoughts. Okay, like hydras and hand crossbows, the double H's of dark elfdom. So I've built my army to counter hydras and hand crossbows. I have Durthu, famously weak to fire. Durthu is. So I was
Yes.
sad to hear that you brought the fire things. In fact, when I picked Durthu, in my mind I thought, you wouldn't light a hand crossbow on fire; it'll burn your fingers. So they probably don't have that. So, but they do. So I've got Durthu. I have 4 units of Wildwood Rangers,
Ouch.
who are glaive infantry, damage-dealing, armor-piercing forest stalkers with Guardians of the Wildwood, charge defense versus large, because I thought you might have a Hydra or 2. And I've chevroned them up to 1 bronze chevron each. I have 2 units of Hawk Riders, because I thought I might need something to get in there and harass your back lines while your tiny hand crossbows were clinking off. And they're very fast, and they can fire while moving, which makes them hard to hit with the hand crossbows.
Yep.
And I've chevroned them up to 3 gold chevrons. I have a unit of Treekin, again, classically bad against fire, which I did not think you had. So, because they get charge defense against large foes, they're armored, so I thought the hand crossbows would do very poorly against them, and they would also fight against hydras well. But you see, my army was very keen on fighting hand crossbows and hydras.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. A note here. There are no hand crossbows in my army.
right, no, I know. I know now. Anyway, he's got 3 golden chevrons. And then I have a forest dragon, who is armor piercing, just in case you brought any scary big shield boys. And he causes terror, which I thought was nice. And he's chevroned up to 3 golden chevrons. So I've got a nice little elite army whose whole purpose was to fight your hydras and shrug off your hand crossbows.
Yeah. See, I wanted to bring a Hydra or the other big unit that they got recently. What is it called?
Oh yeah, I know
Wrong
what you're
area.
talking about, like the Charybdis thing.
The Charybdis, yes, because Charybdis is anti-large, War Hydra is anti-infantry, but they're super expensive, and I didn't like how my front line was gonna look without with them in it. So also, arrows are super good at whittling them down. So and wood elves are all about arrows.
See, I thought I'd subvert your expectations again. Did not bring a single archer except for the Hawk Riders.
Yep, and you got me because I could have put a War Hydra in there, actually.
Well, I would have been prepared for that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
This might go poorly for me.
Maybe.
Nothing I said seemed to make you quake in fear, so I'm worried.
Your great sword infantry or the glaive infantry.
Oh yeah.
They're not the best, but they're gonna chop up my front line.
Well, we shall see. We shall see.
Because if I brought my great sword infantry, the equivalent, they would have won. But I
Oh,
don't have
I see
them.
what this is. Not a forest in sight.
We did forest last
You
game.
son of a bitch. All my people have forest abilities.
My cavalry has a forest ability.
Right. Okay, you're right. We're both handicapped.
I was just going for
Asshole.
a variety. I mean,
No, you did this on purpose. And I'm charging uphill?
you don't have to.
No. This is bad. Alright, how are we gonna do this?
I mean, I honestly I've never played on this map before.
It's a
so
cool looking map. I like it.
It really is. You're going there.
I mean, unfortunately for you, I've got Vanguard deployment on every one of my units, so I'll be right up in your face.
That's good to know.
Be prepared. I mean, what?
All right.
Hope you got some Hydras to come out and play, because I hope you do, because that would be nice for me.
All of my Hydras. I brought 5 Hydras and nothing else. The whole beginning was a lie.
The whole it was a whole lie in preparation for me getting upset and then happy. You tricked me. I can't change mine, so I don't know what the point was.
All right. I think you need to be here.
All right, so this is my plan of attack. YouTube. How do I draw on the map? Shift, Control, right click, Shift, right click. How do I draw on the map?
I think you need a mod that gives you the crayons in multiplayer battles.
What? No way.
Or you need to be doing a co-op, like a 2v2 or something. You need to have an ally.
Oh, to crayon on the
think.
map, you need an ally.
Yeah. I think what's his name? Tokshin has a mod that lets him have a crayon during multiplayer battles because it literally has 0 effect on the outcome of the game. It's just a quality of life for YouTube.
Man, I want a hawk. So these guys would have been nice.
Soul Stealer and Word of Pain.
Many of you are going to die today.
I accept this.
I'm ready when you are.
Alright, let's go.
Whew. Alright, that is not where I was expecting you.
Shift.
Cavalry, hurry! For Apple Lauren!
Should have you hotkeyed.
Why didn't you position yourself on top of that hill?
Because that's where you thought it was going to be.
But what tactical advantage do you have right there?
You have to shift so I can look at your formation and adjust accordingly.
You know what?
I have
Screw
extra-
you. You don't have any archers. I'm going to take the hill.
Okay.
With haste. It shall be done. Your orders. Quickly now.
That's okay with me.
Armed and ready.
I think we're going to clash on the bank.
Athellara.
Uh,
Armed and ready.
oh, I need to wait.
Azrael, attack. We accept. Your orders.
Here we come.
Ever ready. Let us guide our aim.
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh no, that was a fucking nightmare. Jesus.
I did a lot of damage.
That hurt.
Wildwood Rangers. Children of Athellara.
Oh, the Treekin are already routing.
Ever ready.
These Hawk Riders are not doing a lot.
No, they're not the best. Oh, get out of there. Everyone gets a fire sword.
Someone gets a what? Triggered. There goes the fucking dragon. Jeez, all my experienced units have been melted.
Let's see.
The Hawk Riders have done fuck all.
Yeah, I'm
Been
never really
pelting
a
those
fan
guys
of them.
forever, and they haven't done any damage.
Wildwood
Hit
Rangers.
Dirthu with a fireball.
Yeah, of course you did. Of course you did.
We stand ready.
Man, my guys just absolutely crumbled here. Wait, I thought you didn't have any archers. What are these guys?
Archers.
Oh,
I
right.
didn't have any hand crossbowmen.
That's what these guys are.
Nope, repeater crossbows.
Man, that's pretty good.
Yep, they have
They-
shields.
They shoot a lot.
Yeah, they have a short range compared to other archers, but they have shields, so that helps.
Cavalry. Without delay.
Well, this hasn't gone so well.
Let's see. What do you have left?
Not much.
Not
Glaive
much.
guys are routing.
Ready to ride. Wildwood Rangers.
No, this went poorly.
Yeah.
Very quickly. There goes Dorothy. I don't think I killed anything.
You almost got a lot of them, actually.
Oh, my game's just paused.
It ended because all of your units routed.
Ouch.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I killed 300 of your men. Ooh. Dirthu killed 50. The Glade guys, the Wildwood Rangers, did work. Like they,
Yeah, I told you. Like,
they
look,
died
look.
quickly because they don't have any armor, but
Yeah.
they melted people pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got almost all of my swordsmen are gone. Let's see.
Almost killed the sorceress with the dragon.
Yeah, almost got her. And then I put my
The problem is the
crossbowman.
dragon was much more expensive than the sorceress.
Yeah, true.
My Eagle Riders, one of them killed 4 people.
Well, one of my archers killed 2.
Yeah.
One of my swordsmen killed 5.
I think the Hawk Riders were a mistake. My Treekin killed 2 people. They were expensive.
Yeah, Treekin are tanks. They don't do much damage, but they can absorb a lot.
They were the first unit to rout.
Yeah. I think that's because they hit the spearmen.
Are Spearmen good against Treekin?
They're anti-large.
What would I have done differently there? I
Archers.
guess my whole army would have been different. I don't feel like this is a very good tier list for use in competitive play.
Yeah, I was actually worried about this matchup because Wood Elves can be really scary with some of their archer play.
I don't know if leveling up your soldiers is worth not getting more soldiers instead.
Usually not, no.
I thought maybe a bunch of high-level soldiers would be better.
No. It's the you usually save chevroning for your leftover gold after you're happy with your army composition. You don't build around chevron units.
I spent a lot of money getting those Hawk Riders to level 3 gold chevrons, and that Treekin to a level 3 gold chevron, and they did not live up to it.
Well, I think I spent a little too much money on the regiments of renown.
Your harvesters didn't do a lot.
They're light cav, you know, they don't do a lot of damage, but they have spells that debuff you, it drains your health and heals them, and it's mostly morale shock for them instead of damage. That's why you bring them.
All
So
right,
that
we ready for game 3?
yeah,
So Dark
So-
Shards are the repeater crossbowmen.
yes.
Gotcha. All right, game 3.